This is Method Man at the AT. Today I thought I'd go over my water filtration kit and my cook set. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alrighty, let's start off with the water filtration kit. I'm going to be using a Sawyer squeeze. I got it in a plastic bag so that when I sleep with it at night I won't get wet and it won't freeze. I may switch this out for a Sawyer Micro. I've got one coming, and I think I'm going to switch it off, which is a little lighter, so that'll be even better. Got the same flow, I think. And I've got an Evernew 1.5 liter. They seem to hold up a little better than the Sawyer bags, and that'll be for the dirty water. If I hit a water source that's a little bit too, shall we say, shallow, I've got a cut-off plastic bottle to dip it out with. And I'll be carrying 2-liter smart water bottles. I figure I don't have to fill them up all the way if I don't need to. But if I need to, I got the extra space to do it with. So it's not much of a weight loss. Sure, the bottle itself doesn't weigh that much more. I've got the bottle split into cups so that when I'm cooking it, make it a little easier to make it the same every night, so that I get it nice and palatable, shall we say. Just in case the Sawyer freezes or gets dropped or gets lost or whatever, I've got Aquamira, and that's the backup for that, because I don't want to be out there not be able to drink, and I really do hate to be borrowing stuff from somebody else. I think that's an imposition. That's just the way I think. But anyhow, that should cover that. And then my cook set is next. Now originally I had a GSI set, and it was a liter, and I thought that was a little too much. So I got what the heck is this thing anyhow? A Snow Peak 900, and it comes with this top, which is kind of nice if you're going to cook in it. But I don't think I'm gonna. And the other end of the deal is that everything bangs around in here. It's too much room. So what I did is I took my GSI and took the top off of it, and it fits perfectly. So that's how I'm going to do that. Now I've got a BRS 3000T, and pretty susceptible to the wind, I would say. Most of them are. So I looked around. I couldn't find. I didn't want to make a windbreaker and have that crumpled all up everywhere. So I finally found this Optimus. And what you do is you take your canister, and you just, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Well, there we go. It fits like that. And then you screw on the other part. So that works pretty good. Another change is I have that canister is full. So I'm just going to take that, burn it out, and then after that I'm going to use a smaller one. Just to save weight. It's probably a difference of about 6 or 7 ounces difference altogether. And then I've got my Sea to Summit spoon, which I may switch out for one with a polished bowl, just because it kind of grates on your teeth and it's a little unpleasant. I've been using it, so obviously it's not going to kill me if I stick with it. And then we took some Reflectix and made one of these, because I'm going to be freezer bag cooking. And you just take the freezer bag and put your food in it, stick it in here, pour the water in it, not in the bag, not in this bag, but in the plastic bag. Seal the plastic bag, flip this thing over, let it sit, and I usually try to do that when I get somewhere, if the weather's halfway decent anyhow. Get the water boiled and pour it in there, and then I turn back around and put the tent up and everything else. Doesn't always work if the weather's bad. The tent goes up first, obviously. Yeah, last thing I think I'm going to take is one of these. I didn't think I wanted it, you know, and I may not like it while I'm out there. It's a little extra weight, but the way I figure is I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I do like hot tea, so I may use it for that. And if that doesn't work out, I'll just make it in the pot itself, because the pot will be clean, and I don't think the stain of tea is going to hurt my food any. So what that comes up to, the water filtration is about 8.5 ounces. And that's obviously without the full water bottles. And the cook kit comes to 11.4 ounces. Well, that kind of works out for me. Okay, the last thing I have is, well, specifically for stalling bear, but anybody who has a Justin Anderson water bottle carrier, you might want to do this to make it last the whole journey. I mean, they're very good, but 2,200 miles is a long way for a water bottle holder. This is a Justin Anderson water bottle holder. As you can see, you've got mesh in the front, or maybe you can't see, but see through that, you can see me. You have mesh in the front, and you have solid material in the back. Now what I have seen happen is right down here, where the bottle sits in here, the bottom of the bottle tends to cut it or wear it out. It rubs against everything. I don't think it's the bottle actually doing as much as it is. It's rubbing against the outside, and it finally gets that hard spot and cuts through it. What I did, and I don't know if it's going to help, but we will see. I guess take it, turn it inside out, and I took one of these tenacious tape circles, a black circle, because you use black. By golly, I couldn't even see it in here when I first opened it up. And you take it, and if you can see it, it's over the mesh more than anything else, and I just looped it over the top here, a little bit over on that side, and that should keep that part strong enough to take the beating of the bottle at the very bottom. And as you can see, you can barely see it on the outside, and that's the sticky side of the tenacious tape. And that way, I don't think the tape will fall off. And it's once you put the bottle in, this part's going to be closer to the bottom anyhow, so it's not like you're going to see a whole lot of it. So I think it's worth a try. It's a nice bottle holder. Before, what I had said was I just never had a bottle holder that either it swang all over the place when it was empty, or it swang all over the place when it was full. I could never, depending on what I did. I had hooks up the top and that kind of stuff, and down the bottom I had the stretch cord, and it just never worked. These are, the ones I have are for 1 liter. I think he also has them for 750 milliliter bottles. So if you do get them, that's what I'd recommend you do to them. I don't think he's changed them any. I guess it'd be pretty hard to do much to reinforce the mesh. So anyhow, that's for you, Stalling Bear. And everybody else, this is Method Man at the AT. Y'all have a good day.